Hello and welcome to another one of A Demonic Review. This time it's going to be on Bloodborne's DLC. Of course, I'm your host, A Demonic Wizard, literally A ADemonicShadow for everything else. I'm not sure what's going on here with my video player that I'm using to necessarily record this. That's not the game, that's just, I don't know, video recorders being trippy, whatever. So I'm necessarily going to break this down with necessarily the story, gameplay, online graphics, other, any bad side to the game, and then there's going to be should you buy it, and if so, when. But before that, I necessarily want to just, I'm really glad what they did with this DLC is they made it all one package. Because before, so I believe it's going to be either 2 or 3, and when I really think about it, having this game broken down into 2 or 3 parts would have made it kind of short, and like I can't even think of good places or anything like that. The game would have seemed kind of short unless the prices were, you know, like $5 or something like that. I believe the DLC for the game is $10 or $15, which is totally worth it. Either price, I was glad to pay for it. I was glad to pay for it to play the DLC, which is incredibly. I cannot emphasize how hard this game is compared to this base game. And what they also did is they have it scaled to your level, or if you're on New Game Plus, which I thought was pretty cool. So you can kind of jump in here whenever you want. You just have to have some requirements to unlock it. You have to beat a meal, or however you describe that, bosses in the church, and then there's some other things you need to do before you can go ahead and get access to DLC. But outside that, I've had a ton of fun with the DLC, even though it's extremely hard, getting frustrated on the bosses, which were pretty good. I really do enjoy all the bosses for the game, and I do also enjoy the DLC weapons. Half of those DLC weapons I actually didn't want to use. The only reason why I didn't end up using them was just because I didn't have the items to level them and max them out. That's literally the only reason that stopped me from using them. Otherwise, I would have been using them the whole time. But moving on, the story of the game was, once again, it's Bloodborne. They're told through, you know, dialogue and everything like that, and it adds on to the old hunters and everything like that. Depending on if you even like Dark Souls and way of storytelling, or if you don't, that's really depends on the person. So I can't really judge. I can't really, you know, give a number on that and stuff like that. Because if you love Dark Souls and how they tell the story, then yeah, 10 out of 10. But if you like games where they tell you the story as you play the game through, you know, cutscenes and everything like that, then you're probably not gonna like the story of Bloodborne, or at least DLC. But then you're playing the DLC, then you already know the base game and how it tells the story. But you know, whatever. Gameplay, once again, it's DLC, so they just add on to it with, you know, adding the DLC weapons, were once again were amazing and fun to play with and pretty unique. So I really enjoyed that. The graphics game, it's standard. They didn't, you know, nothing really talked about. It's literally the same base game. And once again, I don't know what's going on with my video player. Online, once again, same thing. They didn't really take away or add anything with that. It's just, you know, once again, just the same online. Bad. Game's hard. Probably Black Bit. That's about it. Like, that's harder than, like there's Bloodborne, which is hard game, but on top of that, they just wanted to spike the difficulty and make it even harder. So yeah. So that's like, it's hard. Like, woo, game's really hard, and that's a good thing. At least for me, I liked it. I mean, maybe a little bit too hard. Cause it took a while. I mean, I was gonna beat the bosses regardless of how long it took. I mean, it took a little longer than I would like to, but once again, you know, maybe I'm just bad at this game. But you know, whatever. It's hard. Should you buy this game? If you love Bloodborne and you love playing the game and everything like that, I definitely recommend that you should buy this game. When you should buy it? Absolutely immediately, as fast as possible. Just get out there and add like a good 500 deaths to your death counts because the DLC bosses and DLC is hard. Just do that. Do that to yourself. Go ahead. Outside that, there's not much to talk about the game. I really enjoyed. Pretty much just another review of telling you to buy the DLC and play it, and then regret playing it, regret getting it because it's super hard. But at the same time, you're enjoying every second of it. Outside that, that's pretty much a review of the game. Just gonna be moving on to the trophy review of the game, which it's pretty simple. I wasn't really expecting much, but there's 6 trophies. There's Old Hunter's Ascension, which is acquire all the Old Hunter weapons, which I did make a video of all the DLC weapons, which once again were pretty cool. You get a Gatling gun and a Moonlight Sword, which was probably my favorite DLC weapon, which is one of the ones I got maxed out. There's Orpheus the Chaos, which is defeat the Great One Orpheus, once again beating the boss, slug with the Holy Blade, Lady Maria of the Astral Clock Tower, Living Failures, and Lavrine the First Victor. I once again, I'm bad with names, but once again, it's pretty much beat all the bosses, get all the weapons. That's pretty much the trophies for nothing too hard, no collectibles or anything like that. But I really did enjoy what they did there. But that's nextly a review and the trophy review of Bloodborne, the Old Hunter DLC, which once again has spectacular bosses. I didn't emphasize as much as I probably should be, but the game's hard, and that's probably the key thing I want to let everyone know. The bosses are hard. So this guy killed me like 5 times before I actually killed him. I don't know why. I don't know why this guy of all the enemies is hard, but it's this guy. But all my social links and everything like that will be below, to my Instagram, Twitter, my Twitch and Snapchat and everything like that. I would definitely appreciate if you like, comment, and subscribe for more content as I release it. But outside that, I do want to thank you for watching. You guys enjoy the rest of your day.